Okay, today I'm going to show how plants are grown via the Lorentz effect. This again is double helix energy flow, and it is how everything grows. On screen I've got my picture from Electric Genesis, where I show that by the Lorentz force, energy shot out a finger of energy from the center of the planet, dragging all the matter with it, and then all the matter pooled on its electrical boundary, which was the height of the water. Now all things are grown electrically, so I'm just going to bring up a few examples before I show and explain as we go how a plant is growing and what it's doing. This again is the Lorentz force, where it shoots out a finger, and then when it gets to a limit, the vortex, which is the main stem that has two rotations in it, clockwise and counterclockwise, and when they reach an electrical boundary they split off into a left and right rotation. Now I showed it on this paper here that I drew, where I showed the waveform, where it spins out and then it rolls over. And as you can see, I've drawn a plant next to it, because this is what forms the plant growing tip, which then, once it's reached its electrical potential, it rolls backwards and opens the flower. And all of this comes back to realizing that in smoke these are radiation pulses, which are electromagnetic pulses. What that means is the distance from this pulse to this pulse is the distance and length of the waveform. From a cigarette, that's as much energy as it pulses out in one pulse. So we're going to see the flower pulse that one pulse there, then it's going to perform a rollover. So you're going to see the flower grow, and then you're going to see it twist as it follows a double helix rotation line of energy. That's why it wobbles as it grows. And then you're going to see the waveform hit the top of its boundary, and you're going to see this rollover wave like you see in the smoke, but it's going to roll over the flower, the actual flower head, so as to open up the flower. Okay, now the flower has already formed a lot lower down, and the reason it's got a bulb on top is because it reached a lower voltage level and formed the bulb in the exact same way it's about to open. So as it climbs, it's following that double helix energy line that you see on the left. That's what's pushing it. That's why it's twisting, because energy moves matter, and energy moves in a double helix rotation. So it will push to the top, and then it will reach a rollover electrical voltage height, which is a circle all the way around the whole plant, and then it will just roll backwards and open out and stop growing, because that's the height of the waveform. And now everything rolls over and bends outwards. This is also how galaxies are formed, just by the actual flower there. They rotate around, which is why they're spiral and elliptical or circular. But that's just a side shoot comment there. So there we go. A finger came out, shot upwards, and then rolled over, and the DNA code decided what was grown. The energy fed it, but it's the DNA that gives it its size, shape and color, frequency, because it's all electric. And then everything else, that's why they're all wobbling around. There's no other reason they would wobble around. There's no wind in this picture. This is a time-lapse video. Unless you believe in magic or ridiculous unseen forces that are so made up it's just a joke, this is because the energy rotation on the left is what is driving that flower. That is why it moves. So I give thanks to God for showing me all this in visions in May 2014 for 3 weeks. It's all His work. Thanks very much. My name is Lee, and I'm a Christian.